Today is Sunday, June 21st. We're just leaving camp. We plan to hike about 16 miles a day, and then we'll meet up with the support vehicles. We're probably going to hike about 8 miles and then encounter our first water source. Possibly eat a late lunch, early lunch or late breakfast or something there, I don't know. Then we'll just have another 8 miles to the car, so shouldn't be too hard of a day today. So, another little fun fact. According to somebody else we saw who was writing in the trail registers, today might be Hike Naked Day. I don't think either of us are interested in participating, but didn't even know such a thing existed.
Tiny little paws eating grass.
We came across this little area with so it has a small cabin, some chairs set out. Looks like it has an outhouse, but I'm not gonna go check that out. There is quite a bit of shade here, which is nice. Over here they have this tree, which also has a bench chair thing attached to it. You have like a campfire and some sort of pot, although it's filled with holes, so yeah. Another sort of barbecue thing over here. The inside of the cabin is actually cleaner than I expected. So you have an old log there, some like stove fuel. Not too much here, some charcoal and a charcoal stove. But the rest is actually fairly clean. I don't know. I wouldn't really want to sleep in here or anything, but it's not like filled with garbage or anything, which I guess at times it has been filled with garbage. So it's good that somebody decided to do the effort of cleaning it out. That there squirrel is friendlier than he should be. People must have been feeding him or being careless, or at least dropping food or something. Because he'll come right up to you and almost try and steal your food out from your lap, so beware of the squirrel. Over here we have a spring that you can get water at. It is cold and flowing fast, both of which are very good, but I think it has a taste, so not my favorite water source. When we first arrived here, there was also a runner who was here as well, but either he, like us, decided to ignore the Hike Naked Day or wasn't aware of it, but it's very good that he was fully clothed. Yeah, for days now we've been catching up on like 2 or 3 groups of hikers, and we've decided this is probably not the day to pass them, just in case.
Here's Jakota. He's making his honey lemon tuna Cheeto wrap.
It might not sound good, but it is good.
The things that taste good after walking over 600 miles. Yum.
So we don't have much video of it, but after that we picked them up from Isabella Walker Pass and drove into the town of Ridgecrest to this pizza place. I think it was called something like John's Pizza, where they had another interesting food experience.
It smells so much like peanut butter.
What type of pizza is it, Dakota?
I think they just called it monkey or something, so it has peanut butter and bananas. That sounds fine, but with the cheese, I don't know how that'll work.
I wasn't sure if I expected that. The cheese is stronger than the peanut butter, but you can taste the peanut butter.
Have you tasted it yet, Dakota?
No, I suppose I can.
It's hot.
I think it's decent. I do suppose I'd almost say at first it feels like it's only hinting at the peanut butter, but then the aftertaste of the peanut butter hits it harder. So we hiked 16 miles today. It was 8 miles to the water source, and then about 8 miles beyond that to where we met the support vehicles. After that, we grabbed food at some place called like John's Pizza or something. Kind of an interesting place. We actually got pizza that had peanut butter and bananas on it, so yeah, that was an interesting experience. After that, we just went to a KOA for the night. The KOA actually has really hard ground, so I'm doing a modified cowboy camp. I kind of just have my tent there collapsed, but I can still be in it. It keeps the bugs out. It's, I suppose, a little more work than true cowboy camping, but I like the security from the bugs, so that's what I'm going to do for tonight. Yep, pretty much just a simple, straightforward day. Not too much interesting happened, just 16 quick, easy miles. Oh, that does mean we passed 651 miles today, so less than 2,000 miles left to go. Today is Monday, June 22nd. So we're just starting out this morning. Probably only walked about a mile or so. We were able to take the dog on that mile, but it's only a short walk for her, unfortunately. Today's probably going to be a little bit of a more difficult day. We've gotten a little bit of a later start. It's already almost 8 o'clock and we've only gone about a mile, so not the earliest start we've gotten. We also have about 25 miles to go, and there's going to be a fair amount of elevation change. So today might be a little bit more of a difficult day, but it probably won't be too bad, and I think the water's supposed to be better, so yeah.
Okay, so I am in a McDonald's, just working on editing and other stuff. But this is the first time on this trip that we found a McDonald's that is open for sitting in. And this is actually the first time since coming back to the US that I've been able to sit in a McDonald's. Which, I mean, I used to sit and work in McDonald's quite often, and then everything closed. So this is quite exciting for me that finally they're open again. And this is my first time sitting in McDonald's in the US in probably 2 years. Because I'll be here editing for a while, I decided I would get out my second monitor, which if people didn't know that you can do that, use an iPad as a second monitor for a laptop. I'm just going to show you that setup. So yeah, obviously you can set up screens however you want, but this is what I have over here. And then I have my library and effect controls and everything over here. But yeah, so this is just my iPad and computer. As you can see, there's also the, I don't know what this is called, that is on the iPad screen. There's multiple different apps that do this. What I use is called Duet. It's that little, I don't think it's gonna focus, D symbol, Duet. It's 0 latency, so it's really good, quite easy. And obviously you can set it up however you like, but I found for mobile editing, if I have time to fully set up, having that second monitor is really nice. I think the touchscreen will even work. Yeah, I can even use it as a touchscreen. So Mac OS with a touchscreen, that's kind of new. But yeah, I think it's a great setup. Highly recommend this for anyone who does lots of editing on the go.
We've made it to camp. We hiked about 25 miles today. I didn't think the day was actually that bad. Actually went fairly well for me, I think. Nothing was really aching or sore or hurting or anything, and the water was reasonably placed. I mean, the last water supply was 6 miles before camp, and then that is mostly uphill, so that one was a little inconvenient, but we only have to go about another 4 miles before we hit another water source in the morning, so all in all, the day went pretty well for me. I believe Jerica's hip was hurting her, so she might have been struggling a bit more, but I think overall the day went fairly well. Currently, we're in our camp and about to eat dinner. However, the bugs are being a real nuisance. Yeah, they're probably going to drive us into our tents really soon, so probably going to be an early night.